PRP Award. Again, moving back just a little bit, we want to say a big thank you to Norton's Healthcare for contributing $5,000 to the scholarship fund in Matt's name. So a round of applause for that, please. So moving on, the spirit of PRP is something I think we all still have a little bit inside of us, right, or we wouldn't be here. This award is designed to recognize talented individuals who, although not PRP graduates, they have made valuable contributions to PRP High School and its community. And this year's recipient of the Spirit Award is Vicki Jean Kayla. Otherwise known as Miss G. That's what a lot of students call Miss G and Kayla, Miss G. And we're friends on Facebook, and right before we came in, she had talked about how she keeps up with a lot of my videos, a lot of my stories on there. So again, it's just another representation of how these faculty and staff, these teachers, are certainly following their students years after graduation at PRP High School. For 22 years, Vicki Jean Kayla spread the Panther spirit throughout PRP's front office, but her influence touched every student, teacher, and staff member throughout the school. Everyone knew if you had a question, Vicki had an answer. From what time is the ball game, or when will our checks be in our mailboxes, Miss G always knew the answer to those questions. She is a proud graduate of Fairdale High School. So although not PRP, certainly we are happy to have someone else in our district, right? So we are positive that she has a lot more Panther shirts in her closet than she does Bulldog shirts. So something to think about there. Coming to PRP in July of 1990 as an order and receiving clerk, she moved in 2006 into the office next to the principal as his secretary. In 1991, she took on a huge responsibility. She became the secretary for the boys basketball program. And this is something I want to take a moment. We had lost a member of the Panther family within the last year. I'm not sure if many of them recognize the name Terry Benson, but he was a basketball player at PRP High School. And when I read the news on Facebook that he was killed in a car accident, like I said, this was in the last year, the first person that popped in my mind was Miss G. And I thought, I cannot imagine how she's holding up, because I know how much she loves these boys. I know how much she takes them in as her own children. So at that moment, I sent her a private Facebook message and just wanted to let her know I was thinking about her. And certainly, of course, as you can imagine, Mrs. G wasn't thinking about herself at the time. She was worried about Carrie's family. She was worried about other people in the PRP family. And our deepest condolences at this moment for Carrie Benson's family. But I know Miss G has a special place in her heart for him. And I just want to take a moment and recognize that. So the team secretary was her title, but the team mom, as I had mentioned, was more of the relationship that she had with every player that put on a Panther uniform. Vicki provided a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen to all kinds of problems, and a big old bunch of brownies. And that's certainly something that I think everyone in the front office is missing as she has carried on her years outside of PRP. She provided cupcakes and all kinds of food to nourish the bodies of those PRP Panthers and to feed their Panther spirit. As important as PRP is to Vicki, her family is the center of her world. And she told me that she's keeping up with me on Facebook, and I said, woman, I'm keeping up with you. I feel like I know your grandchildren myself. So she has an unselfish demeanor. I think everyone can understand that by knowing Vicki. Her daughters, Ken Beckman and Jennifer Lowe, are both PRP graduates. She has 6 grandchildren, as I had mentioned, who keep her very busy. Alyssa, Sabrina, Megan, Madison, Richie, and Riley. A great-grandchild, Charlie. 2 wonderful son-in-laws, Brian Lowe and Richard Beckman. And last but not least, someone who we all know, you know Miss G, you know her husband, Al Jean Kayla, the former principal of Eisenhower Elementary. So we are sorry that Vicki missed her first calling as a stand-up comedian, but she certainly brought a lot of laughs to PRP. So if we can get Miss Jean Kayla up here to receive her award.